Hello everyone, welcome to Infinite Realms. Before we get started, don't forget to like and subscribe and make the YouTube algorithm so happy. Now, I thought there was not going to be a lot to go over this time, but then all of a sudden everything starts happening over the weekend. And so there is a ton to go over. But first, let's get started with some DC, because it's DC. So McFarlane has these page puncher things. So the 3 3/4 inch, they're just little, almost retro-like figures that are totally uninteresting. They got 5 POA, and I'm like, okay, why'd you even bother with this? The bigger figures are more interesting. Specifically, yeah, another Batman and Superman. Yawn. But there is a Constantine and a Black Adam, and my hesitation on these is so much because they are a different scale from the Marvel Legends. And one of the things about the DC Classics I loved was that how they blended in with the Marvel Legends so well. Not perfectly, but it was enough that you really didn't question it. And these are just way taller and way bigger. The Black Adam in particular is really appealing, and it might cause me to break my stance on these. I won't say for certain, but you know, I mean, it's tempting, and that's the point. Now, also a big surprise for me was the NECA Warduke figure. I'm sorry, not Warlord. Warduke figure. Can you tell I do these in one take, by the way? Anyway, Warduke came out. The NECA revealed a whole lot more accessories with this one. This one now looks worth the price. Yeah, he's a 7-inch figure, but it's Warduke who... he's just that guy that appeared in the action figure line and then in the cartoon, and I always liked him. He's just cool and evil, and NECA's going to finally get some money out of me on this one. I love how this figure looks. I love the accessories, and I'm definitely on board with this. Now, Marvel Select also revealed they're going to do a Red Hulk. It's a pretty good looking figure. That Hulk body has gotten rave reviews. Again, I'm not a huge Marvel Select guy, although I've thought about breaking that for a decent looking Abomination. And you know, Red Hulk, I don't know, Red Hulk is that marking point where I thought things were going too far. It just seemed like pretty soon, about the time Red Hulk came along, everybody in the sporting cast had gamma radiated powers, and it really turned me off towards Hulk, because Hulk was no longer unique. And you know what I liked about Hulk, yeah, there were other gamma radiated bad guys, but Hulk was very unique, and then he just quit being unique very suddenly. I mean, She-Hulk was fine, but you know, I thought Red Hulk and A-Bomb and Red She-Hulk, and then and Scar, and I mean, it just got way out of hand. And to me, that's why I don't much care about Red Hulk as much as some people do. But some people really like the character, and so he will be available for Marvel Select. So there you are. Okay, so Star Wars Celebration had a lot of reveals. A lot of them centered around Obi-Wan Kenobi's series. I'm all on board for the vintage stuff. That looks great. The Black Series, I'm going to bend, and I'm probably going to get that Obi-Wan. That's about it. You know, Black Series, I don't hate Black Series. It's just a scale that doesn't work for me because I have been collecting Star Wars since 1978. And I always correct myself when I say 77, and I realize, oh yeah, they didn't actually start coming out until 78. So when you've done that for so long, and then this new scale comes up, it's kind of like, I don't know. But I did notice the Inquisitors are getting a lot of attention in the Black Series, not so much in the Vintage Collection. And another thing that got revealed is we're finally, possibly, maybe, going to get our first member of the Bad Batch. Finally? I mean, it's been almost a year, Hasbro. Come on. That's, you had those guys out instantly for the Black Series. And we've been sitting here waiting. I've been dying to put together the Bad Batch, and got nothing. So, there we go, that's that. It doesn't look like there's going to be a young Leia figure in either series, which is a surprise because she's apparently playing such a prominent role. There were hints for some upcoming game. Gosh, one take again. some upcoming game-related figures like Belsa Swan, Darth Malak. So that's kind of cool. Again, not something I would go for in that scale, but it's kind of cool that those are coming out for the Black Series. With the vintage, it kind of hinted that, yeah, we're going to give you another Star Killer. It probably is going to be a repaint. And there was a lot of repainting in the vintage line. There were a lot of Stormtroopers, and he's like, you know, that's all the gaming stuff was with Stormtroopers and such. And I was just like, okay, really, where's the actual toys? I want to see the real toys. And of course, that's not right. But it's kind of a mixed bag. Kind of excited for some things. Really feeling let down about a couple other things. It's kind of the way it goes. I've got more on Obi-Wan in just a minute, so I'll leave it at that. Also this weekend, we got a Willow trailer. And I was not expecting to really... I mean, I like Willow, don't get me wrong. But I didn't expect to get excited about this series. And then when I saw it, it's really looking good. It's really looking like it's going to be something cool. And now there's rumors that Val Kilmer is returning as Mad Mardigan, which makes me even more excited. So, yeah, Willow is coming. The trailer's out. Give it a watch. It looks really cool. I was really surprised. Top 10 surprise on that one. Moving on, because we have so much to cover. We also got a trailer for the second season of Bad Batch. And that looks good. That looks great. Of course, seeing that vintage reveal, you realize the deco is going to be different on them next season. Thanks, Hasbro. Sometimes I think you're cursed if you are a vintage collector. Just the way they do these things. But the trailer looks good. I'm really excited. So that came out this weekend too. Give that one a watch. It looks really good. Now, of course, again, Star Wars Celebration, a lot of reveals. Andor trailer came out. And again, I'm covering these really quick. I got to say, I was not impressed with this trailer. I mean, there's some good special effects, there's some, you know, but I don't know. It's a prequel to a prequel. It's a prequel to Rogue One, and I'm just kind of like, well, that's kind of funny. Okay. And the trailer didn't make me feel any better about it, so I don't know how this one's going to fly. We'll have to wait and see, of course. It might be good. It might be another Book of Boba Fett. You never know. Also, Wheel of Time Season 2 gave us a sneak preview. Most of it really was behind-the-scenes stuff. Nothing about a trailer. Nothing like a real trailer or anything. Hard to really tell just off of that, so I'll leave it at that. But, wanted to say something about it because, it's Wheel of Time. I mean, the first season didn't quite click the way I wanted it to. I'm hoping that I'm hoping part of that was COVID, and part of that might be, they're kind of getting their footing. I mean, it wasn't terrible either, though. It wasn't as good as I thought it should have been. That's the best way to say it. So we got a new Thor: Love and Thunder trailer, and we got a good look at Jane. We got a good look at Russell Crowe as Zeus, and we got a good look at Gore the God Butcher. I gotta say, Christian Bale in just those few lines really won me over as Gore the God Butcher. I'm really excited for this one now. This has put my hype level through much higher than I normally would have it. So I think this movie is gonna rock. I have already heard some people complaining about stupid stuff like, Jane being Thor, even though that's what happened in the comic, and about Christian Bale actually having a nose. And I'm just like, man, just go with the trailer. I mean, and just go with it. I mean, it's a movie. I don't mind changes per se from the comic book, as long as they make sense. And, from what I can tell, Gore the God Butcher makes sense. And I kind of like what I've seen of him so far. So, it's really, really pumped me up for this movie. Okay, so this is going to have to be real quick, because I was going to do a longer video on this, and I realized I'm probably not going to get it up in time. Oh, that sounded bad. Okay, I probably wasn't going to get the video finished in time. So, what a gaffe, hey? Wow, I'm embarrassed. Whoops. Anyway, so Obi-Wan at the end. Spoilers ahead. Hint, hint. At the end of the second episode, Reba kills the Grand Inquisitor, which was a shock to me. And then I started thinking about it, and I noticed not a lot of people thought the way I did. They said that the Grand Inquisitor will be back in some way. I really started thinking about it, and I think the only analysis channel that agreed with me was Screen Crush, who said that possibly, and I think this too, possibly the Grand Inquisitor is not the same character from Star Wars Rebels. Star Wars Rebels is 5 years in the future from this story. So maybe that's not the same character. And it got me thinking, what if there's just place names? Because they look so radically different. And that would actually make sense in the story. And it gives you a lot more freedom in the story. So that to me says maybe, the third brother might be the same guy, but probably everybody else is not, I don't think. Reba's not mentioned in Rebels at all, obviously. And it makes me think the Grand Inquisitor is not the same guy. They're the same species, but not the same guy. So that's a possibility. It could be a clone, too. Because I almost think anything you do with that now really, how shall I say, curtails Reba's storyline. Because then she's like, she's got this obsession with Obi-Wan, which is really strange. And I want to know what that's about. And if, he lives and says, well, Reba stabbed me, well, then we have a problem. Because, they're not going to sit there and let that stand. So, I think her storyline has to go forward. And part of that is we have to get the understanding of what her obsession with Obi-Wan is. Hopefully, anyway. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before, but that's beside the point. And of course, Stranger Things 4 came out. Oh, it's been busy. So I watched it. Of course, it stops with 2 episodes left. So I have a theory on something I'm going to elaborate on in a little while on another video. I should be able to get that one done pretty quick. But had to say it here now because, wow, it was good. Spoilers again. I was not expecting Vecna to be not only there the whole time, but there twice the whole time. That was pretty ingenious. I liked it. I really did. So, moving on, there's stuff I've left out, and I may save it for the next one. I don't know. Anyway, stay tuned for that video. I'm hoping that during this holiday weekend, I've just been swamped. I'm hoping that I can lay down a bunch of audio tracks and then get some more videos out. Maybe look for that in the next week or 2. Hopefully that happens. In the meantime, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And please have a great day.